Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll start a brand new series we have here on iRacing Global Series. Now this series, it's not going to be like one that is going to be for points. It's not going to be one that happens on a regular kind of schedule. But instead, this is going to be one that happens kind of just randomly, and it's going to be announced kind of somewhat randomly as well. Today we are here at Limaland with the UMPs in an open session. That's right, open session here to see who can be the fastest. This is going to be a great night full of racing. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. We have two people getting ready to go out, and it looks like a bit of contact already being made. Almost one going upside down. Still have another 9 minutes. Looks like that rear tire maybe not where it's supposed to be, but now it's up on the bar. And it is good, and it's ready to go. We have a 35-lap main race here today. Qualifying is going to be 4 laps around here at Limaland. 3 cars currently entered into the field, but more expected to be coming. We have Preston Righthouse, Harold, I guess Cookie, I don't know, Coke. We're just going to call him Harold Coke. And then we have Deegan Bloomfield. All of these guys out onto the track, getting ready. Righthouse looks to be finding the wall exit of turn 2. 1.2 seconds off of Cookie. Looks like he's into the pits. Preston, Righthouse, trying to get some laps down. Really throwing it sideways in the middle of 1 and 2. Exit of 2, just barely scraping the wall down the backstretch. Entrance into 3. Looks like he's going to slide up the track and get a bit tight coming out of that corner. Just really trying to lay a good lap down here tonight. 35 laps is all that we have to show, you know, what you're worth and who is going to win here. And it looks like Harold coming out of the pits here. Righthouse getting that time down. Only 4/10 is the gap between him and Koki. I don't know how to say his last name. It looks like that's just going to be an outlap directly back into the pits. Caden Murray coming into this session now. And it looks like a few cars waiting and others getting ready to go out. And for anybody in the Discord, the name of the session is gonna be posted very soon. So sorry about that. That is gonna be up right now for you guys to be able to join in. And anybody in the YouTube chat, we will be getting you a Discord invite very soon. So then you guys can go ahead and join us in all the fun. We're not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, we will be having a new season coming to IGS. That's right, new season of Wednesday Night Lights, our dirt series that happens every Wednesday night. You can catch all the information there through our Discord server, and that is how we communicate through everything. And it looks like the 2 finding the wall there. It looks like Murray going top of the charts. Caden Murray really just kind of throwing everyone out of the water. This race will have cautions. Caution laps will not count. So we have 35 laps of good racing here, and it looks like the field's shaping up to be pretty decent size. Let's look at Caden Murray in the 9. Looks like him in the 148 were having a bit of a tussle, but he is now great, and he is on his laps, and he's looking very good today. Keeping that car straight on the straightaways and really able to rotate the car in through the corners. Great handling right there. And Modzalowski, I know him. He's from our Wednesday Night Light series. He's going to go second fastest, half a tenth back, and it looks like the 9 trying to make the high side work off of turn 4. High side of the 2 car. 2 car gets in this way, and he's going to give him the bumper. Into the wall goes the 9. Looks like he'll continue practicing. The 2 is going to slide down the track. 9 goes into him. He gets the front damage, but it looks like he's going to be continuing with his laps. 5 minutes left of practice. Keep in mind, we have 3 races here tonight. We have the Streetstocks at Southern National and the Dirt Streetstocks at Lanier. UMPs here at Limaland. What a race it's going to be. Man, it's going to be a show here. Only 6 people setting down laps. Looks like we have 9 people in the session in total. It's going to be a good one. Looks like Jonah Smith putting in a good time. 1/10 back from Murray. This track condition is going to be reset back to 10% for the time that the race goes. So everybody is going to put as many laps as they can here in practice. Go to qualifying, which is 4 laps. And the 8 looks the rear end kind of rotated a bit too much coming out of 4. And then when it comes time for the race, everything gets reset back to 10%. 35 laps of great racing here at Limaland. Smith only going 500s back to Murray. Can he top the charts? Looks like Murray's going to be able to stay up there. Caden Murray looks to be doing great here today. I mean, what a driver. But Jonah Smith could top him. He could be, I think these two are going to be able to have a good battle all race, personally. I think these two are going to be great. And, I mean, they're kind of similar I rating here. Jonah with 1,800, Caden with 1,600. But really, I think with the times that we're seeing, it's going to be very close. Alex French just back there in 3rd, only 2/10 back. I think once these guys kind of see each other running the laps and what line that other people are running and where to run, this can all kind of change in an instant. And I think this can be great. This is going to be some great racing here. I'm excited. First ever random race at 9 people out on the track. And it looks like Garrett Jones is going to go up 2nd fastest, 200s off of Smith. He's getting right up against that wall, getting right back down to the tires, down to the bottom. 3 and 4 will cross the line this time. Does not look like he's going to be able to top Jonah Smith's time. 2.5 minutes left to practice. So your top 4, McCoy going to the 4th spot. Cody McCoy in the 13. Looks like he's having a bit of a battle with Garrett Jones here. And Garrett Jones down on the bottom. He's going to run right against the tires. Slide up. 13 gives him the bumper. Now side by side into turn number 1. They're bumping and banging. They're hitting the triple Bs. Bumping, banging. And I forgot the 3rd one. Beating, bumping, and banging. There it is. Looks like these two will have a great battle during the race. 13 using the high sides momentum down into turn 1 and 2. And it looks like Garrett Jones in the 10 is going to be able to clear him off the corner. The 13 just really trying to make that high side work. Our top 4 for tonight's race, all within 600ths of each other. And this is all going to come down to qualifying. Qualifying is going to be absolutely, just pinnacle for these guys to get right and just make sure that these guys can get qualifying down. And if you don't have qualifying down, well, there might be a bit of a trip up through the field for you. So you have another minute left in practice. Then these minutes for these drivers can be absolutely critical, trying to get this track down, trying to get the laps down. And I think right now we're kind of seeing these drivers just really wanting to get their line right, getting it down, getting the line down as we see the 8 have a nice little touch of the wall on the high side, entering 1. Let's go back to Garrett Jones there in the 10, only 200ths off. If we see one mistake from any of these drivers in qualifying, that could be it, and we have a car flipping. That's the 13, Cody McCoy. But this is going to be a great one. Thank you guys all for coming in and joining us here today, as we have a great lineup of 3 races here today. What a lineup it's going to be. We have 2 dirt races, 1 oval race. This is going to get good. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go on a crazy ride. And really, I just want to say that this is gonna be a great race. I mean, I know I've been saying, this race is gonna be good, it's gonna be great, but 700s as Smith will go fastest on that kind of last lap, or maybe fastest or improved his time. So 700s in between the top four, gonna be absolutely, you got to be on top of your laps. You have four of them. Question is, you have, you know, how are you gonna do on those laps? Better question is, I'm stumbling here. What line are you gonna run? And, you know, just how is the track gonna change? From the qualifying to the race, and how can you do that? It looks like the 7 had to get out of the throttle exit of turn 2. I like that we're giving them 4 qualifying laps. Really gets them a chance to get their lap down. It looks like the 9, Caden Murray, going with a 13.6. And that's going to leave everybody else kind of 4/10 back. Smith, 600ths back. Jones, 4/10. 7 setting times so far. Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at Jonas Smith. He was first in practice for such a long time, and it looks like he'll have a mistake coming out of 2, and he'll come into the pits and reset. Looks like Cam Harris, I don't think I saw him running out there in qualifying. Maybe I did. He's in the 32. He'll go third, 2/10 back from the front 2. Let's take a look at Caden Murray, still out there running laps. Doesn't look like anything's really going to be much improvement to his first laps. That could be it. Here's Robert. He's currently P8, and he's going to have a nice lick of the wall. Keep in mind, automatic cautions are going to be on from iRacing. Those will not count. If we have too many cautions, we'll go right to single file restarts. Harris going 8/10 back. And it looks like he's out there getting his laps done. Exited 2. Looks like his run may be over. Looks like he's setting up 3 and 4 right back again to get another hot lap. And Danny Davis going top of the charts in the 14. 500s faster than Murray. He's going to go top with a 13 flat. And what a lap by him. An incredible lap from Danny Davis. And let's kind of ride along here, and let's kind of take you through a lap around here at Limaland. Such a tricky track to get right, and in different track conditions, you can have up to 2, 3 lines working in the corners. And I think we see it best here from Danny Davis. If you're going to run the high side, I don't think at times you can be on the wall. Others you can be a bit down there, and that can make for some great high side racing. And that's kind of an example of what happens if you just enter the corner a bit wrong. Kind of start to slide up. But a 13 flat from Danny Davis is a great lap. Jalen Cox in the 11, turning more laps. He's in third right now. Exiting turn number 4, coming into 1. Like I said, there's different lines that you can be running. That's one of them right on the tires. And it looks like he's testing that one out. And that line kind of looked like a dirt midget from whenever they raced here. You had to really throw the car into the corner. But now he's right back up on that high side. Keep in mind, top 6 all within a 10th of each other. We should have some great racing here tonight. 35 laps. Track's going to change massively throughout those laps. Minute 30 left for these drivers to get their best laps in. Righthouse, 1.3 back. He's going to be 12th, rounding out the field. 14 drivers all in this session. Could make for some incredible racing from the front to the back, all the way bottom, high side, all the action here tonight. Let's take a look at Cam Harris, the 32. See, now it might, he qualified 6th, but keep in mind, he qualified 6th, only 1.3 seconds back on the other drivers. So I don't think that there's really much that he can improve on too much from that standpoint. But I think he is doing great. And this is just going to be such a close and such a tight field. We see Cox and Overstreet both having the same time. Robert Overstreet and Jaden Cox, both with a 13.13. Let's take a look at Jalen Cox. He's still getting his lap times out, and I think we're just seeing how track progression kind of looks here in qualifying. And with 12 or 14 drivers, how many grid up for today's race, that is really what it's going to kind of look like. This track's going to reset back to 10% whenever we are back into the race. Track state's going to reset back to 10%, and after that, those drivers are flat out for the next 35 laps, and a lot can change on that track in 35. I think there we go. Track has just been reset. There you go. You can see it. It's time to go racing, ladies and gentlemen. So we have 35 laps here today, 35 laps of full racing, 18 drivers in today's session. Jacob Quill in the 18. He's a familiar face. He's from IGS Wednesday Night Lights. He won Lanier in the Streetstocks. Who knows if we see him turn up for the third race tonight, he really could be, a contender. Danny Davis starting up there. Let's roll you through the grid now, as here we go. Let's get us right back up to the front here of the leaderboard. Starting up front, Danny Davis from Texas, driving the number 14. Caden Murray driving the number 9. Jalen Cox in the 11. Robert Overstreet in the 46. Starting 5th, Jonah Smith in the 8. We saw him up there in practice. Can he be up there in the race? Cam Harris in the 32. Garrett Jones in the 10. Cody McCoy starting in P8. Harold Cookie starting from P9 in the number 2. Alex French in 10th. It go Robert Modzowski in the 17. Preston Righthouse in the 148. It looks like Carter Levi, Jacob Quill, Chris Marsh, Deegan Bloomfield, and finishing off the field, Ian Knickerbocker. And that's going to be it. Coming to the green flag, it's going to be the 9 with an amazing jump on the start. The 14 right back down to the bottom side. The 11 following just in line. Looks like the 32 in the wall. Back there, it'll stay green. Nobody really slowing down. The 9 really on the high side. The 14 trying to make that bottom work. The 11 moving up the track there. And it looks like side by side right back behind them from Overstreet and Smith trying to get in the battle. But the 11 is just there trying to peek in on the leaders with Murray and Davis both going at it. Lap 3 out of 35. Yeah, and that 14 just really trying to get the bottom to work. The 9 getting a little higher. It looks like we have the slow car on the track, and the 14's going to go for a spin down the backstretch. Off the nose of the 11. Looks like Jake McQuill, Robert Modzlowski, and Preston Righthouse all involved in this. Let's see how that happened. We're watching Jake McQuill in the 18 here. We're going to go to slow-mo. Coming off the corner. It looks like a lot of drivers making contact right now. Jake McQuill coming off the corner, makes contact with the 17. 148 gets involved. That'll do that. But what happened up here? What happened? As it looks like everybody's slowing down to go to the pace truck. Don't really see much. So, we are under caution. First caution of the night, lap 4. That's some contact, Jake Quill. And now I believe we are set to go green this time back. It'll be the 9, Murray, leading off the field. Cox to his outside. Overstreet just behind him. It's going to be green flag back out. Murray right back to the bottom. And he is really going to get that bottom side working. The 11 on the high side, trying to make that work. Trying to get past Overstreet. And he's going to go in the middle, 3 wide, making contact with him, with the 9, with the 46. There's the 14 taking a peek to the inside. Caution's back out. And it looks like the 9 is going to drive away with the lead. Maybe the 13 having something there, but caution's going to come right back out. Let's see what happened. Actually, I don't know if this is the cause of the crash. Looks like the 118 Once more involved in another wreck. Looks like his car, oh, up and over. Let's take a look at what happened. Hit the wall, up and over. Exited turn 2. Looks like he was getting the car pulled to the bottom of the track, just not fast enough. That's going to bring out the second caution of the day. Murray still the leader, the control car, and we are not going to get a lap done there. So it looks like we're going to have another restart. Murray, Cox, Overstreet. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see kind of under this yellow flag, where do these drivers go? Where do they run? And I believe we are back under racing. Single file restarts. That 9's going to take right back control. Jalen Cox throwing it to the inside. Not going to be a slider, but he will be there on exit of the corner, driving it right back down. Same thing. Into 3. He'll move up the track. Almost contact with the 9, but the 46 right on his back. The 11 over the tire. And they are running very close up here in the front top 3. Here, someone makes some contact with the wall back there. I believe no caution's going to come out for that. But everybody running their own respective line. The 9 really running the bottom. The 11 experimenting. See where he can get grip where the 9 can. He's going to slide up, make contact in the rear. Him and the 9 make contact. The 9 really trying to hold that bottom now. The 11 trying to go through the middle. 3 wide. Exit the corner. He's still there going into 3 and 4. Right back down to the bottom. He's going to slide up the 9. Opportunity to the inside. He's going to take it. Right back down into 1 and 2. The 9 and the 11 going right back at it. I believe the 9 had the position when the caution came out, and the caution is going to be right back out. Whew. What a race. Let's see why that yellow flag came out. Oh, contact the 7 and the 1, it seems. Carter Levi, Alex French. Yeah, Alex coming off the corner. It's a bit tough to tell there. Looks like he was trying to give, I believe that's the 10, Garrett Jones, a bit of room, and I don't think the 1 realized that they were 3 wide, and, you know, not enough space was left. Maybe the 7 was a bit further down than what he was expecting. Either way, that was some great racing there, and let's get right back to it. The 9, the control car, back to the restart zone. Him and the 11, Jalen Cox, Caden Murray, what can they do on this restart? The 11 trying the high side. The 9's going to be able to clear him. No, he's not. The 11's going to be there. He's going to stick his nose in there. Contact between the 2, and the 9 goes around. The 9 goes around, and the caution will come out once more. I don't know if Caden Murray's going to like that one. The 4th caution of the evening coming out. I don't know if he's going to like that one. No, he's not. Retaliation from the 9 to the 11. Yeah, I mean, let's kind of just see what happened here. Going into the corner. What happened to him in the 9? Yeah, I mean, they were racing hard. To me, just looks like the 11 just kind of got in the corner a bit too deep and couldn't control it. Maybe the 9 got a bit too sideways, but contact being made there for the lead. Lap 9, I believe. And causing everyone else to check up. The 13 involved, I believe that's the 10 involved. And the 1 right there, Carter Levi. Nowhere else to go but the wall there. And we are going to go back to green flag racing here. Jalen Cox right back out into the lead. The 46 and the 13, I believe, having some contact. 13 having to go right back up to the top. It looks like him and the 10 is going to make some contact. The 13's rear going up into the air. And it looks like Robert may be second here. We have a good battle here right for third. The 14, Davis, is going to go down to the inside. Harris in the 32. He's trying the high side. The 14 is going to slide up in front. The 32 crossover right back down to the inside. I don't know if that's going to be able to work for the 32 as the run from the high side is just so good. Do we see drivers starting to run that high side? I think this could be the transitioning point. It looks like the 10, Garrett Harris, also in this mix, as he's running that low side very well. He's going to get a bit slidey on the bottom. That's going to cause him to lose some time. The 32 going into the corner, net codes into the 14. I don't know if the 14 is going to appreciate that. The yellow flag back out once more. The 13 maybe. See what happened. Him and the 1 racing. Yeah, he's going to make some contact with the 1 there. Looks like he's going to stop it on the track and tow it back. That's going to be the 5th caution of today. 21 laps to go. What a show from these drivers. We've had everything from contact to retaliation. And, man, I don't know how much better this race can get. 22 more laps to go. And it was a close race between a few drivers. But I think at this point, it's really who can run their line the cleanest, and also who can live to the end of this 35 lap race. The 11, Jalen Cox. The 46, Robert Overstreet. Double file restart. Coming to the green, the 11 and the 32 is going to get a shot from behind. With the 46 making that high side work. The 32, they're down on the bottom. The 46 going to try to go to the inside. They were 3 wide there for a second, and the caution right back out. Let's see. Not seeing a stop car out on track. The 32, I don't really think like the shot that he had. Some contact. Looks like Harold Cookie, Alex French maybe. See what happened. Green flag is out, and oh, the 2 just gets around. He gets the help from the 11 and the 7. It looks like that would be the reason for your caution here. I'm going to try to get this race going as soon as we can. 1 more laps to go, and keep in mind, I think fuel may be a concern in this race. Can't really refuel these cars with as many cautions as we have here today. 35 laps might not be, it might be too ambitious. Keep in mind, we're all learning here. And green flag back out. Black flag is getting cleared there. The 46, Robert Oversteer back there in second. Looks like him and the 1 could be having a battle. The 10, Garrett Jones looks like to be falling back just a bit. The 32 really on that wall. Let's take a look back at the 46 as he is half a second back from Jalen Cox up there in the lead. And some great midfield battling back here. The 1 just got in the bumper from the 2. The 2 making a look down to the inside. This is for the 5th position for a top 10 in the first ever race here. The 2 trying to pull a slider. It's not going to work. He's going to go crashing around. Hard hit from the 9. The 14 right back over, and we saw that one live. That's the reason for the caution. Yeah, that was just... It was an interesting move from the driver. The 2 hit the wall. Made contact with the 14. The 9 barreling in there, and the 14 getting flipped. That's going to be the reason for the caution. The 11 right there. And, you know, as more of these cautions start to come out, the more of these drivers that kind of get eliminated, we should be able to go green to the end here sometime soon. Eight, 17 more laps to go. Caution lights are out on the pace truck. The 11 up front, the 46 second, the 1 and the 32 making contact under pacing. It's going to be under the 11's command. The 46 looks like the 32 and the 1 making some contact, and that's going to really scuff up the start there as the 11 goes right back to green flag racing. He's going to take the control. The 46 directly behind him, and it looks like it's the transition between the bottom to the top as the 46 and the 11 both running it very well right now. Looks like the one, a lap car in front of the leader. Where will he go? It looks like he's going to be staying middle up to the high side. That's going to make it difficult for the leaders to pass him. The 11 and the 46 battling very hard. The 11 trying to throw it around the outside. Jalen Cox not sure where he can go. Robert Overstreet. Looks like the lap car is going to let him by. Robert taking it down to the bottom. Will he be able to make it stick? No, he won't. It was going to be a very close off exit, and he just left him a cards with 32 going right by in the background. It's looking like it's going to be a race between the 46 and the 11 goes into the wall, and this is going to shake things up, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to go right back down to the bottom. He's going to try to throw a slider. He's going to not be able to do it, and it looks like he's going to get contact from the 32. He's getting shoved right back into the wall. He's going to try to take a look to the inside of the 32. Hard racing into 3. Caution right back out, and I believe we see it right there. Harold Cookie involved. See Carter Levi. Looks like he was involved in this one. Maybe some retaliation from the restart there earlier. Or maybe not. Nope. Retaliation. He's going to wreck the 2. He's on his side. Just in front of the leaders. 8th caution of the night. Oh, and the 11 taking out the 46. Not sure for what reason. But that just looks like it just ended both of their nights. What happened to the 11? Looks like there's some stuff happening under caution here. It's like him and the 32 rubbing. 32 put him in the wall. Then the 11 takes out the 9 and the leader. That's going to leave for a penalty for the 11. So it looks like we're going to go right back to green flag racing here. 12 more laps to go. Caution right back out. I believe that one's for the 11. Not wanting to tow it. He's going to go get towed. And back here, the 1. Take it out the 2 car again. Yeah. Not sure what's happening between these drivers. Got the 1 upside down. He's not resetting. There he goes. We have 11 laps to go. Fuel may be a concern for some of these drivers. May not be for others. We are left here pacing. The 11, or the 18 of, I believe Jacob Quill going into the pits. And it's going to be on 46's control. He's going to go green. Green flag right back out here. Cam Harris and the 2 making contact. The 32's rear end getting up into the air into the entrance of turn number 1. The 2 going to try to slide him up to the wall. It looks like the 32 really able to handle that very well. The 46 taking away this gap of a lead. 9 more laps to go for him. What can he do? And it looks like him and the 2 and the 17 is going to get involved. Into the wall. The 2 up and over Harold Cookie. And it looks like he's going to sit up there on the high side. Caution's going to eventually come right back out. I mean, let's just take a look at what happened there. Yeah, him and the 32 were racing pretty hard, and looks like the 17 just kind of came in there. Just a little bit too deep, hit the 2, and then through the 2 into the wall. Caution back out. 10th caution of the night. It's up next. Streetstocks. Southern National. That's going to be a fun one right there. I believe should be getting the 1 to green this time by. There it is. Pace lights on the truck is out. 7 laps, 7-lap dash. 8-lap dash, sorry. Between the 46, the 32. Who's going to get it to the line first? Only 2 cars on the lead lap, I believe, too, so it's been a crazy race here tonight. The 46, 32, going right at it. Cam Harris at the 32, wanting to get to the inside of this 46, but he is strong on the outside. You cannot let him get to the outside and hold it there. And it looks like he's going to let him. Harris trying to get the car turned in, and it looks like he's going to have a good 3 and 4, just kind of lacking on the exit off. That's where the 46 really is going to succeed in that. 6 more laps to go. 6 more laps for Harris to try to get there. 6 laps of track changes. 6 laps for the 46 and the 32 not to hit the wall. That's going to be shortened out to 5 more laps to go here. Who is going to win the first ever? Is it going to be Overstreet? Harris? Who's going to get it? 4 cars out on the track right now. The 46 leading it, pulling away from Harris. Coming into 3 and 4, exiting 4. Looks like Harris going to be trying to bottom. Seeing if there was any grip there that the 46 might not have gathered. But it looks like Overstreet running the line very well. The 32 into the wall, and that's basically going to gift the win to Overstreet as long as he can keep it clean up there. As Overstreet into 3 and 4. He'll be ripping the top, and he will be ripping it to the white flag one more time around Limaland. And what a crazy race this has been. The 46, we know that he's been fast all day, but surviving to the end was key for him. And Overstreet, Robert Overstreet's going to win the first ever random race. Harris comes in second. Overstreet going to be your winner for today's race. Cam Harris coming in second there. Jacob Quill coming in third with a lot of damage to that UMP. The rest not finishing due to damage. So that's going to be the result of the first ever. Coming up next, stay with us. We'll be right back. We will be right back. Streetstocks Southern National. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you for hanging in with us as we are back here, Southern National. And oh boy, are we ready. We are ready to get this race rolling. Two familiar faces, Robert Modzowski and Jacob Quill, both out here for 40 laps here tonight. And for linear, we're going to have a special guest up here in the booth. One of the racers, Jacob Quill, is going to be up here joining us for the 30 lap race as we have 12 minutes. Anybody who wants to get in can get in. Robert, let's see what he can run. Coming into 3 and 4, 65 miles an hour. He's going to come up. He'll finish his lap to 16.8. Now let's see about Jacob Quill. He's in the 59. See what he can do on this track. And Robert being able to take that 16.8 to a 16.2. Looks like that lap might have been invalidated though. See what Jacob Quill's going to be able to do here in the street stock. That 59 Interstate battery's looking very, very good. Don't know what happened to the front Camaro stickers, or I don't even think that's a Camaro. Don't know really what happened to the stickers there, but I'm just going to ignore that for now. And he's going to go 2/10 faster than Robert, dipping into the 15s. Another 11 minutes for these drivers to get ready and to get prepared, to get ready to roll here. Southern National. Yeah, and a 16:10 is going to be improvement for Robert. Still 2/10 off of Quill. He's going to need to find that time in order to make this, I believe, 40 lap race interesting. Yep, 40 laps, 40 minutes, minute per lap at minimum. Let's see what Robert is doing to maybe even make up the time, and he's going to go into the wall exit of 3, or exit of 4, sorry. Yeah, and he's getting that time back. He's just at a 16.6 or 16.06, so he's cutting that time down really well. Both of them going back into the pits. It looks like both of them getting out of the car. And Robert, look like him and Jacob Quill leaving the pits at the same time. Jacob giving him a nice little bump, telling him that it's time to go. And Jacob trying to get to the back bumper, not going to be able to work that time into 3. And remember, folks, next Wednesday Night Lights is back. Season 2. Pro late models, street stocks, same night, heat races, last chance qualifiers, and more. Make sure you're tuning in or racing, as it looks like Jacob Quill is going to give him the bumper into 3. He turned him. He turned him. It looks like Quill just needed some fresh air for that car. 9 more minutes left in today's practice. And he's going to hit him. Jacob Quill staying out on track. Looking for... Oh, and the one's going to put himself into the wall. Jacob's also going to do the same. I think I want to see how the one did that, though. Try to drift it through the corner, over-corrected, straight into the wall. 8 more minutes until this race will get kicked off and get underway. It's 8 minutes for Robert to cut down 2/10 on his lap. Let's go on board for this lap. And I think for this next minute or so, I think I'm just gonna let iRacing do the talking. Sorry for the sound not being on. I'm gonna let iRacing do the talking. Let them take you through a lap. Let's hear the sounds of the track. After what seems to be a Ross Chastain move from the 1. Jacob Quill able to dip down into the 16 just a bit more with a 15.98. That's going to leave Robert just those few tenths back, which is going to be a nice little 3 tenths. 3 tenths is what he has to gain, and, well, we'll see how he can do in the next 5 minutes. 5 minutes of practice before this race gets rolling. Robert out on his out lap, taking the green flag this time. Looks like he's going to try to roll the top, come right back down to the bottom, exit the corner, get back up close to the wall, to right back down. See how that's going to look on the timing sheet. It's going to come right back up. Not going to be able to make that one a best. Question is, how will he be able to get this next one done? As looks like that car bottoming out there for a second. He's going to scrape the wall entering one. And he's going to get loose off of 4. And, man, he has cut that time down to 1/10 off of each other. Man, we could have a good race here in between these two drivers. One mistake by Quill, and Robert is all on him. Even though it's only 2 drivers. 2 drivers race can always come out good as long as, you know, they, well, race. After this, it's going to be Dirt Streetstocks Lanier. And, well, we should have a special guest up here. That's Jake Quill, driver the number 59. That one, Modzlowski. Just taking a nice little dive into 3 and 4. He'll get slidey. Take another dive into 1 and 2. 3 minutes left for them to perfect their laps. It's nighttime here. Southern National. Dylan, want to say thank you for saying Great stream, really appreciate it. As we getting ready to get rolling here. Southern National 2-car race. Last race, I believe we had 16 entries. What a great race that was at the very start. All the drivers within the top, I believe, 6 were all within a tenth of each other. So what a great race that was. Yeah, we had what seems to be 17 car field for that race. If you missed that one, go back, watch it, because that one was a great one. That was 35 laps there. Limaland and the Dirt UMP modifieds. And this next one is going to be 30 laps at linear dirt street stocks. And well, right now let's focus on the non-dirt street stocks, just the street stocks here at Southern National. This one's going to be for 40 laps, the longest race of tonight. And I gotta say, those guys in dirt, they push to the limit there. That was a great race. Coming up here, next minute, qualifying 4 laps for these drivers. I think Jake Quill, he's just gonna have to replicate his time, and I think he has to over Robert. Robert has to find a few extra tenths, and it looks like we got Tyler Griffin 3. So 3 cars. In this race, he's gonna have 50 seconds to get his lap out there. Get a lap in that number 25, and he's already into the outside wall. Looks like he's going to go in it again. He's going to be resetting here, cutting it close. 30 seconds left. What time can he get done? Here's Robert Modzalowski. He's going to take it, bottom 3 and 4. He's going to slide it up to the top, trying to find those extra tenths. Looks like his last is 16.3. There's Tyler Griffin out on the track, coming out, I believe, from the pits. He will not be able to set a time, unfortunately, as here goes practice. Just ended. Cross the line to take the checkers, not being able to set a lap for that 25. We'll get ready for qualifying here. Take a look at Jake Quill, already back out onto the track. He's going to be running the high side 3 and 4. Coming to the green flag is first out of 4. He's going to be running directly on that white line, coming out of 2. Right back up to the wall, lane ring 3. Right back down to that bottom. I think it's going to be the same line each lap. He'll come to take a second. Looks like he should go top of the charts. There he goes, Robert Modzalowski. Does he have anything? 1.8 back. Does Tyler Griffin have anything? Hasn't set a lap yet. Jacob Quill. He's going to go a bit... he's going to go a bit slower on that time. Robert, 0.4 back. Tyler Griffin, 0.04 back. Tyler Griffin, Jacob Quill, those could be the drivers. Going in 2-3, I believe, coming to the checkered or the white. Tyler Griffin's going to go top. Griffin's going to go up to the top. Quill, 300s back. It looks like Griffin is absolutely pushing out here. Tyler Griffin trying to get a good lap set. And I don't think he needs a better one, but I think he's going to be pushing even harder. And that one, better by just a few hundredths. That's going to leave a 400th gap. Here's Connor W. Murphy exiting the pits. going into 3 and 4. Pushing as hard as he can on his out lap. Into 1 and 2 he goes, first of 4. So another 2.5 minutes to get this done. He's going to come to the line. Coming to his 3rd lap. Entering 3. Exiting 4. Back to the line, 3 out of 4. Now that he's on his 3rd lap, put him 3rd as he will be starting inside row 2 if he can keep it here. But if he can find 0.3 of a second, that can be a different story here crossing the line. White flag is out for him. Oh, when he found a 10th that lap, can he find another or will he plateau here and stop with 0.2 left? Looks like Tyler Learman coming out into the track too. Connor Murphy, he's going to be able to get that gap right back to 0.16 back from Griffin. Jacob Quill, 0.04 back. Connor Murphy, 0.16 back. And Robert Zalewski, 0.49 back. What can Tyler Learman do on his first of 4? He's going to get up to the wall, coming right back down to the bottom. It looks like he's going to understeer in that lap. He's going to come right back to his 2nd out of 4 laps. Jacob Yoder also in here. 6 cars in here for this race. Another minute left. Looks like Tyler Learman 2/10 off of Griffin. Will he be able to improve that time? Jacob Yoder not out on the track yet. Learman coming to the line. Will he be able to improve on that one? He will, just by 100th though. Will he be able to jump Connor Murphy and get up to 3rd? Will Connor Murphy be able to stay in 3rd? The 14 runs up the track just a bit. He'll be able to get down on the loud pedal just a little bit earlier. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to improve on that lap. Jacob Yoder out onto the track in that 8. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to set a time. 6. And he will. He'll go 4th in line. He will be starting 2nd row on the outside. That's going to be qualifying done for you. Now let's take a look at what our starting lineup's going to look like here today. Starting on pole, Tyler Griffin from New England, driving number 25 with a 15.711. Up next is going to be Jacob Quill from Indiana, driving number 59, 400ths back. Starting number 3rd, Connor Murphy from Illinois, driving the number 30 in 4. Jacob Yoder from Carolina in the number 8. Tyler Learman in the 14 from New England, and rounding out the field from New Jersey, driving the number 1, Robert Modzinski. He's 5/10 back from the leader. But this can be a great race that we're going to have here today. What a race. Here's Jacob Quill, is number 59. Looks like they're all ready to get rolling here. 40 laps, Southern National. All the personnel on the grid right now, Connor W. Murphy. Tyler Griffin into the line. No idea. It's going to be moved to the end of the line. He'll have it. And so it looks like Tyler Griffin is going to want to go all the way to the back from first. So it looks like Connor W. Murphy, if he can get on the grid, he will inherit pole. But if he cannot, which I don't think he will, that means that 14 is going to move all the way back from 5th up to first. And there it is. The 25 looking to get down to the bottom of the track. Not looking to do anything. The 54, the 8, all ready to get going here. Jacob Quill. He is ready to get going. Jacob's ready to get going. Tyler ready to get going. All these guys ready to get going. The 25 should be starting first. Ask for it in the line. We're going to give it to him. Jacob Quill up top. 14 on the bottom. One to green, this time by. The 14 starting fifth, now first. The 25 starting first, now third. How is this going to turn out? Connor Murphy having to start from the pits if he decides he wants to. The 14 down on the bottom. The 59 on the top. Green flag is out. Jacob Quill stacking up on that bottom side. 25 on the bottom. Green flag's back out into the air. 25 and the 59 racing really hard into one. 59 wanted to squeeze him, and that was close between him and Tyler Griffin. Looks like Robert Modzlowski and the 8 having a bit of a battle. The 25 taking a look on Jacob Quill. Jacob Quill taking a look on the 14. The battle for the lead right here. Jacob Quill, the 14. 14's going to try to squeeze him. Jacob Quill right back down to the bottom. It looks like he might get a bit of a help from the 25. Right back down to single file racing and the turn number 3. Who's going to lead lap 3? The 25 getting right back onto Jacob Quill's bumper. It's going to be the 14 leading lap number 3. Or lap number 2, sorry. Back on lap number 3 now. Jacob Quill still stuck in the middle, still there second. Learman leading the race. Griffin giving the bumper to Jacob Quill, it looks like, and that's going to get Quill closer to the 14. It's also going to get Jacob Quill a bit into the wall. No damage, it looks like there, but it looks like they're going to be really aggressive up here for first. Who's going to lead lap 4 now? Jacob Quill on the bumper of the 14. Might just want to stay behind. He's going to peek to the inside, and he'll fall right back in line. Behind him, I think the 59 maybe just kind of letting the 14 burn his tires up a bit. Just going to stay behind him, maybe, but he's getting really close to the back bumper of him. And a turn 3, he's going to get a bit of a help from the 25. Looks like the 14 into the wall. Yeah, and I mean, I think you can see it whenever the 14's turning into the corner. You can just see the tire marks left behind him. He's going to burn up his tires very easily. Jacob Quill, on the other hand, he's going to get the bumper back to the 25. It's the same move the 25 did to him. The 25's going to save it, and now that brings Robert into the mix. Jacob Quill in third. Not where he would want to be. 7/10 is the gap. Robert taking a dive to the inside. This is the battle for third right here. I don't know how desperate Robert's going to get for this position. We're on lap 8. All these cars within 1.5 tenths of each other. 1 second. And it looks like the 1's going to get a move put on the inside of the 8. Here's what the gap is. Yeah, to me, I think that 14 had to have made a mistake here to let Griffin catch up by that much. Griffin, if not, just has incredible pace here. Coming to the stripes. 31 laps to go. Yeah, and it's Tyler versus Tyler right now. Jacob versus Jacob as well, as it looks like the 25 taking a little look down into the inside of the 14. The 14's going to run up wide. That's going to leave a gap for the 25. Jacob Quill also there. Jacob looking to make a move on the outside of the 25. He's going to duck right back in down to the bottom. 25, 14 side by side. Into 3 they go. The 25 pushing his tires to the limit. You can see the brake rotors getting red from how much they're braking into the corner. Leading that lap's going to be Tyler Griffin. And I don't think Tyler Learman's done with this battle yet. Jacob Quill also peeking his nose in there. I think for Learman, he just kind of has to, in my opinion, save his tires, let Jake kind of pass. But then again, that's his battle to pick. Looks like Jacob's going to really try to run him to the wall there. And he will squeeze him perfectly, just leaving enough room for the car. Netcode not being a factor, and he's going to clear himself on the 14. He's going to do it just right, but the 14 having his bumper in there. It's going to be a crossover move by the 14. Down into turn number 3 and 4. He's on the inside. Jacob Quill stuck on the outside. He's going to slide up a bit. almost making contact with 59. 59, Jacob Quill able to get on that throttle first. The 14, he's going to make a bit of a dive. In a 1 and 2, he's not going to be able to get there. Jacob Quill is staying in second, but Learman still wanting that spot. He's going to dive it in deep once more, burning up his tires. This is a 40-lap race. You really want to save it for when you need to use it, and I think that's what Tyler and Jacob are doing right now. The 1 and 2 drivers, they need to save their tires until the end. I think Learman just wants to push now. He wants to keep up with these guys. Question is, I don't know if he can with those tires. And it looks like Jacob Quill catching on Tyler Griffin. We could have a good battle here for the lead, coming away around to the halfway point almost. We could have a battle, so let's see who leads this thing to the halfway. 2/10 is all that separates them at the line. Jacob Quill, Tyler Griffin. Jacob's looking to the outside. I think Griffin understands how important that bottom is. Not only on how important it is the line, but also just saving your tires. I think that's a big thing here. You want to save them. But Jacob Quill making that outside work. He's still sticking with them. He's going to be able to get on the throttle just a little bit earlier. The 25, squeezing them to the wall. Yeah, and that's the advantage. And he's going to slide through the corner. He's going to slide just in front of the 59's bumper, but he's not going to go up to the high side and block it. He's going to stay right down on the bottom. That's a good part about being on the bottom. You get to dictate what the room that you're given to the car to the outside is down the straightaway. Coming to the halfway point, 20 laps to go here at Southern National. Jacob giving him the bumper, middle of 2. Looks like the 25 is going to stay defensive here. If I'm Jacob Quill, I'm seeing how defensive he is. I'm thinking gotta save tires, gotta wait till the end, but I think Jacob might have some other ideas. Looking to the outside, looking back to the inside, almost giving him the bumper, if not give him a bit of a bump. Yeah, that's right on board here with 59. It just looks like the same thing every lap. Jacob trying to make the high side work in a 1, not able to. That's how close he's getting on corner exit. 25, just keeping the bottom side, kind of blocking it a bit. Just making sure that Jacob can't get to his inside, but at what point does Jacob just say, I'm going to go lower than you, go all the way down to the bottom, and make that aggressive move? And, you know, after racing with Jacob for quite a bit of time, I can tell you he's not afraid to put the bumper to you. I think we just saw that right there with Tyler Griffin. He's not afraid to put the bumper, and he's going to put it to him, and he's going to turn him.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Tyler Griffin goes around, and I think Jacob Quill also involved. First caution of tonight. Yeah, and he put the bumper to him. First caution of the night. Let's take a look at what happened. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of talking about how he's not afraid to put the bumper to him. I think Jacob just a bit too fast for him. Gave him a nice little bump. Sent him around, getting loose. Jacob trying to get out of the way. Gives him a bit of a touch there at the end. The 14 getting into Jacob Quill. And that is what's going to send him around into the inside. Not a safer barrier. Concrete wall. Yeah, that's a hard lick for any car, but especially a street stock, that's going to be a massive hit for him. And that is going to leave Tyler Learman out to the lead. It's like Modslowski coming into the pits. Maybe trying to get some brand new tires. Jacob Quill, he's out there. Tyler Griffin, he's also out there. So it looks like it didn't affect Griffin that much. He's going to be able to stay out there. And he's going to be on the same tires, I believe. Jacob Quill, I believe, is going to be on new. Keep in mind, since caution laps do not count, Jacob will be on the same lead lap as everybody else, I believe. And this could shake up to be a good one here. Here's Jacob Quill, driver number 59. Looks like he might be told he might have another position. He's going to wall ride it. I think he wants his laps back. Don't know. I don't think he's a lap down, so Shouldn't have to be doing that. Looks like they're going to go double foul on back. $14, the control car. He's going to go green. 8, stacking up the top a bit. Let's watch Tyler Griffin. He was just in the lead. Looks like Jacob Quill not going to get back to the lead pack as he wanted to. Jacob Yodler, jeez, can't talk, in second. He's going to look to the inside of the 14. Battle for the race lead. 13 laps to go. Yeah, but I think we see Quill catching here. Half a lap, half a tenth that lap. Can he knock off another half a tenth this lap? The 25 looking to the inside. He slides. They make contact. The 25 goes around. No, he won't. No, he won't. I was looking at my other monitor there for a second. Sorry about that one. He is not going to go around. He's going to save that car. And he's going to continue to be in the battle while Tyler Learman able to kind of pull out that lead by half a second. But Jacob Quill, he is a torpedo on those new tires. That could be the difference there. The new tires. The new tires are going to be the difference. He was 3 back on the restart. Now 1.5. Oh, and he's going to be able to catch very easily. Now, it's one thing catching, it's another thing passing. We're going to have to see how he does it. How will he be able to pass? And it looks like his momentum kind of stalling out now that he's caught this big pack. I don't think he's going to have an issue passing once he, or, you know, catching the leader or anything, because they're all in one big pack. There's only 5 cars out here on the track. They are all 5 out on one lap, and Jacob Quill's into the pits. Looks like he crashed in the 8. He's going to make contact with the 14. Once this battle kind of slows down here, we're going to take a look at the Jacob Quill wreck. 25 to the inside of the 8. That's an aggressive move. They're bumping, beating, and banging the triple Bs here tonight. And looks like Jacob, the 8's going to turn him. The 25 is going to get turned. I don't think a caution is going to come out for that. It's iRacing's rules. We stay green. Tyler Learman, 1.2 ahead. Now that this is kind of settled down, we can watch Jacob Quill. What happened? Going into 1. Looks like he just drove it into the pits. Let's take a look at Robert Mazowski's pass for second, it says. It's like Tyler Griffin might have crashed here. Yes. Retaliation from the 25, possibly. There it is, retaliation. 25 throws the 8 into the wall. Caution, still not waving. iRacing deciding that they have not been stopped on the track, that they can keep on rolling. Seems like more cars getting in a few incidents. Back here, same people. Tyler Griffin going back to the pits. Let's see what caused that. Yeah, the 8. Oh, up and over the 25. The yellow flag will be thrown. 3 laps to go. Retaliation taking over the 8 and the 25. It's just going to be a 2-lap shootout. A green-white checkered. We have 3 attempts. I don't know if this is one of them, but we will have 3 attempts if this is. Learman, Modzlowski. Who will get it? Looks like we will be using green-white checkered. Yoder, Griffin, Quill, Murphy all out. 2-car dash to the win of this race. Second caution of tonight. Let's go 1 to green. One to green this time by the 14, the 1. Who's going to get it done? The 14 gets the jump. The 1 directly behind its green flag. 2 laps to go here at Southern National. Yeah, and this race could come down to if The 1 is willing to use his bumper into 3 and 4. There's a bit of a gap. The 14 is going to slide up. It's going to be a tenth the gap. The 1 looking down to the bottom. White flag. One more time to go. The 1 down to the apron. The 14 is going to slide up. The 1. He's going to get there. They're side by side, neck and neck. Door and door with each other. The 1. The 14 is going to use the bumper. He's down on the apron. They're bumping. They're banging. The triple B. And it looks like the 14 is going to win this one. The 1 trying to take him out once this race is over. The 14, Tyler Learman, is your winner tonight at South Boston. That is another great race that we just had. And it looks like the 1 tried to burn it down, but not really able to. Stay with us. We got one more race of tonight. Dirt Streetstocks. Linear. Stay with us. And we are getting ready to get back rolling here. Lanier. Dirt Street Stocks. Who is ready for this one? 15 minutes of practice. And then we will get into the racing. 12 more minutes. Here's Robert getting his practice laps. He's been in all 3 today. He's going to have a nice little tap to the outside wall. This one will have heat races. 3 8-lap heats, 1 last chance qualifier, and 1 race. That is, if we have people attending this one, which, you know, always a question mark when doing these races. Or not that. More minutes until we get this one on the road. I believe this one 40 laps for it. Let's take a look. 8-lap heats, top 5 make it. 12-lap consolidation and a 30-lap feature. That is if all show, which is kind of a big question mark. I think UMP's Limaland probably going to have the highest attendance out of any race today. 7:20, 8:20 Eastern Standard Time. Most people trying to do last races of the day, and, well, don't blame them. We'll see what we got here. Robert getting his laps in. His best one, a 17:18. 10 more minutes. It looks like one car signed up right now. If it stays like that, we'll end this early and save some time. 9 more minutes. Robert Modzalowski going into turn 1. Looks like he's been using that high side. In the IGS race here, people were using the high, the low, all around the track. But it turned out at the very end, the bottom side was where it was. And some drivers using the very, very bottom, others using the banked bottom. Because you got to remember at this track, there's the apron and then there is the banked part. And we saw drivers using kind of both of those. What a great finish to that race. Race finish should be up soon on social media platforms so you can view it for yourself. Just right a lap here along as he it's a nice little touch to the outside, and I guess going into the pits now. Maybe we're not going to get a ride along. Lewis Wilson getting into the session. Here's Robert Modzalowski getting onto the track. Let's take a lap with him. It looks like he's going to be choosing to rip the high side here. Not always a bad thing. It looks like he's going to stay in the throttle pretty well. Up all the way to the top, almost near the wall there. He's going to stay off the wall in the backstretch, get right back up close to it. He'll have some contact. Let's take a look at Lewis Wilson. Just getting out onto the track here today in the number
All right, I'm
2.
ready. I'm ready. Okay.
Good afternoon.
All right, I'm gonna be commentating this one.
We are back here. And we have 2 cars out on the track, the 2 and the 17. Both of those guys going right at it.
Go, hold on.
That 2 car looking 1.8 seconds off the pace of Robert. It looks like he's going to try to slide it into the corners. Robert just really holding the time very well here. Wilson second off. He's trying to rip the high side. He'll get into it. Turn 3 and 4 wall. About another 5 more minutes for these drivers to get their line down. Keep in mind, this track state's going to be changing. Maybe not as much as we saw at the UMP race earlier, which, by the way, racing in that UMP race, Jacob Quill is not even commentating this one. Wilson getting his time down, only 0.8 back from Robert. Jacob Quill getting into the session now. I guess he's racing this one. Driver right there, Robert, seems to have gotten into the turn 3 and 4 wall. Here's Lewis Wilson. 6
Running that
tenths.
middle lane. Ooh, sliding up top. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know how this middle lane, really the high side here at Lanier really just doesn't work that well. The only thing that kind of does work well here is kind of the bottom until that gets too slick for you to run, which I think for drivers like you that can drive really well in the slick, nothing can ever get too slick.
Yeah.
About 4 minutes
As
left
we
of this practice.
we may have only 2 drivers, but honestly, I might have to join in just to make things a little interesting, because it's not seeming like that we got that much of a big show up so far. Within qualifying, if we don't have more than at least, I'd say 4 or 5 people, then probably, uh, I'll probably go race.
Yeah, and normally I think the dirt showouts are a bit better than the oval. I think this time just not following that trend. I mean, I think we saw it with the UMPs. 17 drivers all lining up on the grid. That was great.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think he could really start off a show a lot better than that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got to say, but let's look forward. What do we think the next races are going to be like? I genuinely want to know what tracks we're probably going to be racing at. What cars? What are we doing?
Well, I'm thinking next race. Seeing how this is just random races, we're not stuck to one series and one discipline. I think next time, genuinely, we are going to have one oval, one dirt, one road, just to mix some
All
things
right.
up.
Ooh,
Probably
that'll be
it's going
great.
to be Mazdas at either Oran Park or Alton Park, still deciding. Oval, it's just going to be 2008 trucks at Charlotte. And for dirt, I'm thinking,
So are we sticking to free tracks?
yeah, we're going to be sticking to free cars, free tracks until we can get, you know, people into this and racing here.
Yeah.
Garrett, Sweat going in.
Well, if we're going to stick to free cars, you know what I want to do next? I think we should go truck racing, NASCAR truck racing. We'll stick to free tracks. I think we should honestly, those cars, they don't like bumping. If I'm being real, honestly, um, I don't know which short track we'd probably go to, but I want to see some short track racing with us. I think that'd be like a kind of like a wreck fest, but like kind
Some
of fun at
short
the same
track
time.
racing in that truck. What about Thompsonville?
Ooh, Thompsonville. I've never heard of Thompsonville, but I've heard of Thompson.
Thompson. There it is, Thompson.
Yeah,
Looks
that
like
wouldn't be
we
bad.
got Garrett Sweat up in here. He's out there setting his time, but something that I think we want to kind of look at. Lewis Wilson, Robert, both of them setting their best time, both of them equal on their best time, and well, Sweat's gonna go out there and take them both 3/10 up. So they got to go out there and find that time, but I think that four is pushing the car pretty well.
Yes. And it seems like Robert Modilewski has had to leave the building.
So he will not be in today's race.
I might have to race.
Jacob Quill dominating this race probably. I gotta bet that him and Garrett will go, battle. It's Garrett's just setting fast lap after fast lap. Let's go on board. See what a lap around here's like. And, you know, Jacob, you won the race here Wednesday Night Lights. Take us through a lap here from Garrett's perspective.
From Garrett's perspective, all right. Well, this is turn 1 and 2, right? We're gonna wait until the next time around. So this is where you really want to start hitting your money. You want to get a great 3 and 4 exit to be able to transfer your run. Now onto the front stretch. You just want to get near that wall, like Garrett just did. You want to anchor it down. Get it more towards that bottom. You still want to stay on that banking, so don't go by the wall. You get a great run out. And in the 3 and 4, you want to go a little lower than Garrett did. I think he's just trying to angle it out here. But overall, solid lap.
Yeah, no, man, I think that race, me and you going at it, two different lines. I think that race really just kind of shows what lines you can run here. And I mean, me running the very, very bottom on the apron, no banking, that really compromised my exit of the turn. While you running kind of on that banking, you had such a greater exit, but we were both kind of equal on the turn. If not, I was a little faster in there. But, I think overall, some great racing. Here's the qualifying.
Might have to jump in here.
Here's Garrett Sweat.
I think once we start getting more of a field, I think we should just go to like cheaper cars. But like I think it'll
Yeah.
be fun, or people have more, or that more people have.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Once we actually get a show, looks like Jace Tuttle coming in.
Um,
Maybe a 5-car field here if
you
Jacob
know what?
hops in.
You know, you know what we need.
What do we
I
need?
know nobody. I know nobody's gonna do this at night. I think we should host this in more of an afternoon, but we should do North Wilkesboro at some point.
Yeah,
Like honestly, it's only fitting for next week. Honestly, I feel like we should at least do one race there and see the kind of attendance we get.
yeah. And it looks like Garrett Sweat going out there setting the 16.82. Once again, drivers have another 4 minutes to get in here, so this could always, end out where we have 2 heats. Always end out as we have 1, so
You know what? You want to talk about different disciplines? You thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking what you're thinking.
I'm saying we put that legacy truck on road for us.
2008 Legacy Chevy truck on the Charlotte Roval.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. All right, we got to do
Legacy
the
truck.
2000. We have to do the 2008 Roble.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. What if we have Legacy trucks Orland Park?
Orem Park. All right, yeah. I've
And the
never done Orem Park
massive,
with these.
massive
Done
diffs.
never done Orem Park. So
Don't.
this
Best
okay.
advice I can give.
Here. All right, let's look at our options on road tracks. That people have are free. You know
Well,
what? Let's go to Lime Rock.
while we're talking, Jace getting his lap down 2/10 back from Sweat.
or hear me out. I don't know how I feel about this, but we could go to like I don't know, Alton Park.
Yeah. Looks like Lewis on his out lap now. Another
I'm gonna
person
do it.
joining in. Ryan
I'm gonna
Hawley.
do it. I'm gonna do it without Hislop.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Britain's is bad. I don't like Britain's. Ooh. All right, and it'll be a 18 car field. Green,
Looks
white,
like
checkered. 3 of those.
the
Good job.
two, Lewis Wilson, getting his
Alright.
first lap down.
Um,
He has 4 attempts here tonight. He's going to be 8 tenths back from Sweat. He's laying down a 17.6. I'm thinking for today's race, you got to be in the 16s. Otherwise, I don't really think your pace is going to be able to hold up. We have a couple of races here tonight. Heat and a main. And look at this 52 ripping the high side here. This is going to be good. Here we go. His first lap. Right back on the high side. Ripping the top into the marbles. I'm not sure how quick this is going to be. But what I do know, this could be good. This could be a good lap. Junior Motorsports up there on the front. The 52's put back just a bit. He's going to go 1.5 back from Sweat. I think these drivers think that the top's the way to go. I think from experience, we know bottom is going to be the place to be. And if you're not in the bottom, well, I'm sorry, but you are not going to be running fast times.
for sure.
Got a minute left for these drivers to get their lap set. I think Ryan's just going to take this opportunity to get some more laps down, get more comfortable with the car. We're about to get ready to go into heat number 1.
We're gonna do 12 laps at Old Park. I think that sounds about right. Actually, we'll do 10.
And it looks like Bradley Fortenberry getting into the session just before it closes. He's going to be a last minute person coming in here. That'll be 5 cars going into heat number 1. 5 will go on to the main.
Honestly, I'm gonna change it from the Britain's layout. We're gonna have Foster's. We're gonna have Foster's. Foster's, it's like a chicane, so it actually requires skill.
Yeah.
I mean, Hislop, not Foster's.
So, your starting lineup here for heat number 1. Let's roll through it in just a moment here. And let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to your starting grid for today's race. Starting number first, Garrett Sweat in the number 4, Carolina, setting the fast lap of a 16.627. Jace Tuttle starting in the number 5 from the Midwest, starting outside, row number 2. Starting third, Lewis Wilson, 8 tenths back, driving the number 2 from the West. Ryan Hawley is driving number 52 from Pennsylvania, 1.2 seconds back from the first. Jacob Quill up here in the commentating booth. Robert Modzelinski, or Lowski, however you want to say it, not making the race here tonight, but Bradley Fortenberry getting in the last minute. I'm excited to see what he might have for us here today.
For sure. As looks like we got these 2 nice cars on the front row. Looks like it's Jace Tuttle and Garrett Sweat. They both have very nice looking paint schemes. Looks like they're more on the professional side for dirt. As you can advance it to the next thing. So here,
Yeah,
I'm gonna grid up and I'm gonna grid out because I think everyone's grid up. Yeah, I'm gonna grid up and I'm gonna grid out. There we go.
there you
All
go.
right. As
And
gotta go green.
5 cars out over there on the track, and I will say the 5 does look like a pretty professional dirt scheme there, and the 4 also looking pretty professional. So these guys looking like they know a thing or two about racing this.
For sure. 4 cars slicking up that bottom, 5 up top. As we're going green next time by, just short track rolls. Just short track rules. It's always going to be a 2 to green restart. Leader has discretion on dirt. That's always how it is. So, this is going to be very very interesting.
Yeah,
You're hold on. Let me go on like race control or something. Oh, yeah, race control. I can't go on race control. That's all right. You're gonna be going on whenever the leader goes. All right.
all right.
As we're about to go green.
Exiting turn number 4, they'll have 8 laps to see where they'll start. The 2 on the 4's bumper.
Oh, already on his bumper. Green flag waving here from Lanier. The 4 off to an amazing start. The 5 up to the top. Slide job city into 1. Whoa, the 2 hits the 5. He is out of it. Caution should be thrown.
Yeah, and that caution's going to be thrown there. Caution's going to be coming out here. Lap number 1. Aggressive move into turn number 1 by the 2. The 5 maybe could have had a run there on the 4. Let's take a look at what happened there in a bit of slow-mo. And I mean, I don't know. I think personally it's a heat race. It's lap 1, turn 1. It's a bit too aggressive to throw a massive slider like that, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, I think you see it there best. The 2 just kind of overdrives the corner a bit right into the 5, and the 4 is able to kind of drive away with it, and that's gonna, kind of leave that 5 a bit back. That first caution is gonna be coming out. Oh, and the 49 of the 5 make contact under caution.
Whoa!
Oh, and the 2's gonna T-bone him.
Jesus.
Great start to this heat.
Oh my god.
I see this 5 going pretty fast. I don't know where the field is. Can't really see it on my camera, but
They are in turn number 2. By the way, I suggest using the spotter cam and set it to most exciting. That's what I suggest.
yeah, I'm manually controlling this right now.
Oh, crap. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, spotter does look pretty good. I was just on like cam 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, and if you have to, you can adjust it manually with the zoom
Yeah.
controls.
Green flag's back out. 4 getting a very good jump on everybody else. Holly in the 52. I think everybody's kind of getting the memo. The 49's gonna get turned.
5 gets into it. They're gonna save it as we're gonna continue going.
49 in the 2 battling back here for 3rd. Keep in mind, this race sets where you're going to start for the next one. 49's going to slide up almost contact. Coming here, 2 laps to go.
Whoa.
Or 3 laps, sorry, in today's heat. The 2 riding the high side. Doesn't look like that's going to work in this car. Missing the front bumper, just extra cooling. He'll take a slider. He'll hit the 49.
The 2 hits the 49. They keep it going again. We're going to keep it green. The number 5. Oh, my God. That number 5 car, he was up in that front. He just can't get past these 2 low guys. As the 2, he's going to drift up the track side by side for last. Who is going to be on the pole in the feature? It's looking for. As that 49 is all over the place. That 2 just gave the 4 the bumper. Not the 4. Sorry, I apologize. It's the 5.
And coming out of turn number
Chase
4, Garrett Sweat is going to get pole. Ryan Hawley in 2nd. Battle for 4th, and the 2's going to get the 5 the bumper. They both spin and wreck out. The 2's not going to finish this one. The 5 going to come back to the line. He's going to get 4th. And things are just heating up.
Well, that's why he's gone. That's why he all F4'd, because I don't know.
So I believe only 4 cars on this feature. Then that makes the job a bit easier for the 5. For the 4, makes it a little bit harder for him to keep that 5 off of him. 49, 52, filling the gap in between those 2. They're all gridding up. Looks like we are ready to roll 30 laps here at Linear.
Now, just like before, it's 2 to go for green. Unless stated otherwise. Just short track rules. Oh my god. Just short track rules. As that number 52, he weaseled his way into the front row spot. Ryan Hawley, as he started 4th in the heat, and he worked his way off to 2nd place, and with big credit from the number 2 car, absolutely wiping out the number 5.
Yeah, and
Will we see that again?
I don't think we see them be as aggressive. It's a 30-lap race. You got to be a bit conservative. But I think let's remind ourselves up here tonight, this is a bit of a preview of what could happen in IGS Season 2 Wednesday Night Lights. Streetstocks will come back here, and also adding the Pro Late model. That's going to be an exciting weekend. I don't know about you, but I'm considering racing in that one.
So we're about to go green. Number 4, going green. 52 on the outside. What a start. May have been a jump as they go into turn 1. Now back down to that top. That 52, he's riding it up top. They're 3 wide.
Yeah, and that 5 really taking the top on the first lap. making sure that he's going to kind of cover that, getting the run off of 4. The 4 is going to take back the lead. He's going to lead lap 1 here. The 5 crossing over right back down to the inside, looking close to the bumper. 52.49 almost have contact.
The 4 driving it in there. The 5 close in. That number 5 car just barely off. That 4 looks like he's got the better drive off of the corner all the time. But will it last for long? This track is going to slick down.
Yeah, I mean, with only 4 cars on the track, not going to slick down as fast as I think we're kind of used to seeing it. But what I will say, it will slick down no matter what. The 49 trying to throw the car in there, gets a bit high, and he's not going to gain anything out of that one. 3/10 is the gap between the 4 and the 5, and the 4 is going to get high. The 5 is going to contact.
They keep it going.
Yeah, and that just closed up the 49 to the back bumper of the 5. 5 really going to try to dig it in deep there. Not sure if he's going to gain anything out of that. The only thing that he gained is nothing, but the 49 get a bit closer. The
49, he turns the
49!
5.
He
Round
turned
they
him.
go.
That's going to be a
Caution should be
yellow.
thrown.
Caution's going to be thrown. That 5 sitting there. He's going to pull right back up out, and 25 more laps to go.
Brad Fortenberry, turn the 5. Let's get an instant replay on that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not sure how aggressive these guys want to be. It's, you know, opening laps of 30-lap feature, but 49 kind of slid up. To me, kind of looks like the 5 may have come down just a tiny bit, but I mean, that's just kind of taking his corner at that point. Yeah, the 49 definitely sliding up. You know, that reminds me of the time where we made contact exiting to Wednesday Night Lights.
Yeah. By the way, the track for the trucks, just for the best personal thing, it's getting switched over to an oval.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah. The question is, what oval though? We know lots of people have Daytona,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
you know, this race will probably end up happening, you know, later this week as it's going to be on the 4's control. Looks like one car not being with them. That's going to be the 52, not with them on this race restart. The 5 sliding up in front of the 49.
Oh, contact again. That was close. You can't do that. The 5 got a huge shove from the 49.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing these guys race really aggressive. And I think Garrett is just enjoying this out front. He's got a clean racetrack, nobody in front of him. And I think he is just enjoying these guys battling it out. Looks like Holly
For sure.
back out onto the track, maybe. He's in front of the leaders. The 5, the 49 battling it in. The 5 down low. The 49 is going to look to switch him back, and he's going to get that position exiting turn number 2. What will the 5 do? Will he send it in deep into 3? He looked for it. He can. The 49 sends it in a bit deeper. Coming to the outside. 49 is going to get second on that lap.
I apologize. I'm having issues.
And this is a great battle between the 49 and the 5. Going around 3 and 4. The 49 sliding up the 5. That's going to open up an opportunity for the run. He'll get to his inside. Entering 1. Do we see them make contact? The 49, the 5, both drive it in deep. Both of them go up high, but the 5 side by side. 49 disconnecting. No, he's back. The 5 diving it in really deep. Tuttle. The 49 make contact. Want more.
Hey,
Fortenberry.
Cole, we're going Concord racing.
Oh. The 49 sliding up. More contact in between the two. And I don't know if either of these drivers like each other right now. The 49, he'll slide it in. There's contact made between him and the 5. Will the 5 look to get revenge? Make more contact into 1. They're still side by side, neck and neck. And Sweat has pulled away a 4.5-second gap while they've been doing this. The 5 in front of the 49. Fortenberry takes a look to the inside. He'll give him the bumper, exiting for 15 more laps of this.
Yeah, I gotta go for a minute. I'm gonna test out this stuff.
All right. Now the 5 and the 49 still going at it. Sweat able to pull out a 5-second gap. Half a second he has gained. Hawley out of this race. It's a 3-car race now. 49 makes contact. They both They'll go around. Caution's out. Second caution of the night. He's going to pull out in turn number 2, the 4. Your race leader right behind him. 13 more laps to go. Caution will wave the 5 and the 49, making more contact. And I'm not sure how this race start's going to go. Will Sweat get involved in this battle between Fortenberry and Tuttle? It's like Fortenberry maybe having some Wi-Fi issues. There he is. He's blinking. And it is now 1 to green this time. Lights on the truck are out. The 49, the 5, starting closer than ever. The 4, leading us off. It's going to be on his command. Do we see the 5 pull a bit of a slider into turn number 1 on the 49? Do we see him do it to the 4? Who knows? It's the 4's turn. It's green flag back out here at Lanier. Looks like the 5's now taking the turn at blinking. He's going to be on the inside. He'll look to the inside of the 4. He's not going to be able to get there. The 5 now in second. The 49 back on his bumper. The 5 digging it in deep. He's going to not be able to get to the back of the 4. The 49 into the wall, exiting turn number 3. He'll keep it rolling. The 5 trying to get his line, very well. The 4 digging it in deep into 3 and 4. This time by. It says number times 2. That's 8 laps to go. 6/10 is the gap. Now 7 between the 4 and the 5. Sweat and Tuttle. Who's going to get this one? But Fortenberry to the back of the 5 almost. This battle could get good in between the two of them. 49 is going to slide right across the 5's bumper. Let's take this next corner through a bumper cam. That 49 is going to make contact, and he's going to go around. Both of them around once more. Yellow's going to come out. They're going to make contact. The 5, 49, contact under yellow. This race is going to restart with 6 more laps to go. Here's Garrett Sweat trying to find the pace truck. This 49 and the 5 having a lot of contact this race. This is going to be a good one. Coming to the end. The 49 and the 5. Will they include the 4? Who knows on this one. Last race of the night. Last 4 laps of the night. Once again, I want to thank everybody showing up here tonight for the first ever IGS Random Races. Sweat, Fortenberry, Tuttle, sorry. The 4, the 49, the 5. Who will get it first? Looks like the 5 in front of the 49. It's going to be the 5 that jumps the restart. The 4 stuck in second. But it looks like the 5 is going to be scored a lap down since he waited for that. 2 to go, coming to the white flag one more time around. And it's really a race between the 4 and the 49. If the 5 makes any contact with the 4, it's the 49's race to win. The 49's going to dig it in deep. He'll turn the 4. He'll turn them. They make more contact. The 4 and the 49 both rubbing, beating, and banging. And coming through turn number 3 and 4. The 49 is going to hit him once more. The 5. The 49 spun. If the 5 can get it rolling, he could win this race. The 49 backing up. The 4, I think he's had enough of it. Brad Lee Fortenberry is going to get the win. Maybe not the cleanest one, but he will get it. Sweat Still not crossing the line. Jace, Tuttle could be getting second, and he'll get second here at Lanier. Yeah, and I don't know how much he's going to like that one. Let's take a look at that coming to the green. It was more than just coming to the checkered, sorry, but that 5 being a lap down scored. That 49 just kind of drove it in deep and hoped that it stuck, and he hit the 4, and that kind of brought them around. Then they made contact again, and that actually helped the 4 get rolling. Then the 49 into 3 and 4 did the same thing, except I think this time with the intention of taking him out. They didn't even try to make the corner. 4 into the wall, couldn't find reverse. The 49 could, and that was the decider of that one.
Hey Cole, you know what? We should do street stocks at Charlotte. I think it would be kind of like super speedway racing, but in a different way.
Did you see the finish of that one?
No.
Might want to do that. And that's all we have for you today. Thank you guys for joining, showing up, watching this race. Should be back here next Wednesday for sure for Wednesday Night Lights Season 2 Grand Opener. I believe at this track, Linear, Pro Late Models, Streetstocks. It's going to be a great night. Come out, have some fun. That's it for tonight's random